Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for joining me here today so that we could discuss The Smashing Machine. So this is a documentary about MMA fighter Mark Kerr, definitely, in my opinion, a legend of the sport and somebody who was one of the pioneers. He had some of the best ground and pound, kind of following in the footsteps of Mark Coleman, kind of a young, in my opinion, I thought that Mark Kerr was maybe a little bit better overall, but ran into a lot of bad luck and poor condition, poor preparation and conditioning. But in this documentary, we follow Kerr as he starts to rise in the MMA world and as he starts to fall in both the MMA world and in his personal life, dealing with drug addictions, injuries, like I said, bad training camps, getting distracted by his girlfriend. And this is a pretty depressing documentary overall. It's really neat to see this footage from inside some of these early MMA events, like the early Pride events. I loved Pride Fighting Championships, so it was really cool to see kind of behind-the-scenes footage and backstage footage from Pride. So on that alone, this is a really cool documentary to me. It is, however, like kind of low rent. Like the cameras aren't the best quality, the editing and the cinematography isn't. It's a pretty like gritty, boots on the ground guerrilla style documentary, which I didn't mind, but I know it might throw some people off. It's hard because the Mark Kerr just seems like such a nice guy a lot of the times, and then he just gets involved in these bad decisions. Like he's training with Boss Rutan, who's getting him like really back into shape and ready to be a top fighter again, but then he gets distracted because of his girlfriend and leaves training camp early, and then of course he ends up gassing out in the fight. It's just really kind of heartbreaking to see these things play out that really impacted Mark Kerr professionally and certainly personally as well. So I think this is a really powerful documentary. I think it's really authentic and real. And if you were a fan of Pride Fighting Championships, especially, this is a great documentary. They have a really deep, they let you take kind of a deep dive into the behind the scenes goings on around the big open weight tournament that Mark Coleman won. It's a neat documentary if you're an MMA fan or just, interested in human interest stories. That's my review for The Smashing Machine. If you liked it, please go to my website, markfusion.com, for more, or right here on YouTube in my movie review playlist. But thank you so much for watching this review. I greatly appreciate it. Hopefully I'll see you soon.